One foggy morning. Rishi is waiting at the bus stop one morning when a stranger appears and talks to him. The stranger is no ordinary person, but he just can't seem to impress Rishi.
Hello, young man. What is your name?
Rishi was startled by the sudden voice behind him.
Rishi,
he blurted out as he turned around. There was no one there. The lane was empty as usual on the cold, foggy morning. At 6:30 a.m., only birds and school kids were up. A throat-clearing sound came from behind him. Rishi whirled round and bumped into a thickly padded overcoat.
sorry.
He said and stepped back. The stranger was a comical sight. From the lower end of his army green overcoat peeped two brown boots. His collar was upturned, and on his head was a large, white, floppy cricketer's cap.
Must be a retired army man. Out for a morning stroll.
Are you going on a hike or something? That's a big backpack to carry.
Don't be silly. I'm going to school. I'm waiting for the school bus.
Ah, maths and geography and all that. Eh? Do you like school?
It's okay.
You like maths? Give me a sum, a difficult one. Let's see how fast I can do it.
The man's obviously crazy. Well, why not? It'll help to pass the time.
The fog was delaying the bus again.
9,989,762 divided by 786.
Rishi rattled out the first large numbers that came into his head.
That's very easy. 12,722 plus decimals.
That was fast. Rishi pulled out a ruler from his bag. The ruler had a solar calculator.
9989762.
The stranger prompted as Rishi keyed in the numbers. The answer was right.
So what? Shakuntala Devi can do more difficult sums and faster than a computer.
Who is he? How long have you known him? Where is he from? Have you met him?
The questions gushed out.
It's a she. Haven't you heard about her? She's been holding shows all over the world.
I see. Can she do this?
He held out a huge gloved hand, and then he closed his palm. When he opened it, there was a long, thin chocolate bar in it.
No, thank you. I don't like chocolates.
Rishi said as the man offered the bar to him. He loved chocolates, but he wasn't going to accept one from a stranger. The man closed his palm, turned it over, and opened it once again. Nothing fell out. The chocolate had disappeared. That was a good trick.
Are you a magician?
A magician? Oh no. Anyone can do it, where I come from.
He held out his hand again, closed the palm and opened it. There was a tiny toy car in it. He handed it to Rishi.
Can I keep this?
Of course.
Is that why your overcoat is so filled out? Do you hide lots of things there?
Hide? Oh, I see. You think I am producing these things from my coat pockets? You are wrong. But let it be.
Rishi stood playing with the car. Suddenly it slipped from his hands and fell at his feet.
Wait.
The man said as Rishi bent to pick it up. The man's right arm and sleeve of the coat lengthened. Longer and longer it grew, until the fingers reached the ground. The hand closed on the car and retreated upwards.
There!
How did you do that? I've never seen a trick like that before.
You still think I am playing tricks? Give me the car for a moment, will you?
Rishi handed it over. The man's arm extended again, right up to the middle of the road. The car was put down.
Now watch.
As Rishi watched, the tiny silver-grey toy made the sound of an engine starting up. Slowly it began to move forward. The car screeched as it went round a pebble. When it had travelled a few feet, it made a sharp about turn on two wheels and sped back towards Rishi.
You are a very good ventriloquist,
Rishi said admiringly as he picked up the car and slipped it into his pocket.
Those car noises really sounded like they were coming from the car.
I am not a ventriloquist.
Rishi felt sorry for him. After all, the poor man was trying to entertain him, and for free.
Are all boys like you?
Meaning smart? Oh no, I'm not good at studies, but I read lots of other books.
The man was quiet. He seemed upset. Just then the bus arrived. It turned into the lane and stopped in front of them.
Bye,
Rishi said, without looking back, and began to climb up the steps. Halfway up, he turned back.
You didn't tell me your name.
He shouted above the noise of the bus and the kids. But there was no one in the lane. It was as empty as it had been at 6:25 a.m. when he'd stepped out of his house to wait for the bus. He felt in his pocket. Yes, the car was still there.
Windy nights. Whenever the moon and stars are set, whenever the wind is high, all night long in the dark and wet, a man goes riding by. Late in the night, when the fires are out, why does he gallop and gallop about? Whenever the trees are crying aloud, and ships are tossed at sea, by on the highway low and loud, by at the gallop goes he. By at the gallop he goes, and then by he comes back at the gallop again.